The same company responsible for distributing BTS Jimin's latest single had to apologize to Jimin because of their own executive. This week saw the release of Jimin's pre-release single featuring LOCO. Well, before its release, a fan tagged Geffen Records, Universal Music Group, and the head of streaming asking where the iTunes pre-orders were for the song. Surprisingly, the head of streaming actually responded to the fan, however, not answering the question, rather linking another song by Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift with the comment, "Song of the Year." This garnered backlash for being dismissive, mocking, and unprofessional, especially from an executive of a company that is distributing Jimin's song. The heat was so bad that he deactivated all of his socials, including his LinkedIn. This week, Geffen Records would put out an apology, acknowledging the mistake by one of their employees, saying it does not reflect the view of their company. He is apparently being addressed directly, and they are trying to make sure this doesn't happen again. Something else that had to be addressed was a post that started circulating from a verified account accusing the Kingdom's HWON of working at a host bar during his promotions as an idol, as well as ghosting them after sex. They go into a lot of detail about his alleged side job, which is apparently an all-night drinking room known for offering male companionship as a service for women who are willing to pay. Many people were skeptical, as the poster didn't really have any evidence to back these claims, and some of the information didn't line up. This got to the point where GF Entertainment had to put out a statement announcing their plans to take urgent legal action and request a criminal complaint against the malicious postings. We have some health updates and idols we might not be seeing for a while. Recently, while RIIZE were performing on a new program that's trying to change the music show experience, Anton can be seen slipping and taking a hard fall on the ground. Anton was able to get back up and finish the performance, but fans were still extremely concerned. Luckily, he would later get on Weverse, explaining the stage was a little slippery, but that he was okay. Unfortunately, NMIXX Haewon did sustain a minor back injury during a recent practice session, and while her everyday life will not be affected, the doctors have advised her to refrain from excessive movements. As a result, she had to perform seated during their recent schedules. We had 2 military enlistments this week, as SF9's DAWON and Omega X's HWICHAN have officially began their mandatory services. And finally, we unfortunately also have some departures and disbandments this week. UNITE's company has now announced that due to personal reasons, HYUNSEUNG will be leaving the team and terminating his contract with the agency. The group will now go on as 8. After starting their group hiatus at the beginning of this year, PINKFANTASY's company has now officially announced that the group will be disbanding. Some of the members will be doing solo activities, while the others will be joining other groups. We also learned from TAN's leader Changsun that the members will be going their separate ways. However, leaving a little bit of hope, he does say that TAN regrouping in the future is still a possibility. As always, let's try to get into the positive things in K-pop that we can celebrate this week. We had a lot of reunion news. First of all, it is now official and we know when to expect it. B.A.P are confirmed to be making their comeback in August with 4 members. The cool thing is that they are actually revealing their comeback process through a behind-the-scenes documentary as well. The other reunion news is that LOVELYZ have performed together for the first time in 3 years. The girls couldn't help but break into tears, along with their fans who showed up to support them after all this time. Congrats to the girls who made it to the final lineup of Island 2, who will be debuting together as IZNA. While we wait for that, this was a gigantic week of comebacks and releases. Just to name a few: BLACKPINK Lisa's solo comeback, of course BTS Jimin featuring LOCO, the debut of HYBE's newest international girl group KATSEYE, Alexa, NCT Wish, Stray Kids Han released a surprise song, Kiss of Life is back, STAYC is finally back, BABYMONSTER, APINK CHORONG's first solo song, IKON's June and ICHWON. Music show wins include RIIZE taking #1 on Music Bank, and their win on Inkigayo earned them a quote music show grand slam, meaning they won every show that aired that week, starting from last Tuesday's The Show all the way to Sunday's Inkigayo. Eyoungji's song featuring EXO's Dio won on M Countdown, and TOUS are continuing their incredible rookie year, winning first place for their newest song on this week's The Show and Show Champion. Congrats to 17 making history once again, becoming the first K-pop act to perform at the Glastonbury Festival on their main pyramid stage. And while we don't always talk about idols meeting other celebrities, I gotta mention GOT7's Bam Bam, who just met huge Jacked Man and Ryan Reynolds for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, after he also once appeared as Deadpool himself. Fun fact.
떨어졌어요. 밴댐이었어요.